I mean, it was like Diwali in Wacken. You are right now in the epicenter of heavy metal business, and I will do it. I will do it.
So hey Salman,
Hey, how's it going?
so all good. How is the festival this year?
How was the festival this year for you?
It's been amazing, and a big thanks to you for
Yeah,
making this happen.
awesome.
And is there any particular highlight for this year for you,
Uh,
band wise or anything? Could be a band or any incident.
well, the highlight I think was the whole metal battle. For the first time ever, we had online voting and on-site voting for the Wacken Metal Battle. We had over 12,000 votes from over 92 countries who voted, and I think that's a phenomenal number looking at what the metal battle is doing. We're present in over 102 countries. We had over 10,000 applications this year at the Wacken Metal Battle.
Crazy.
Was and The Chilean band called Force won the competition. They also won the audience live vote and the promoters vote, so which means that they did a fantastic job. So quite happy about that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you've been involved with the Wacken Metal Battle for almost a decade or more
Yeah.
now. So how has it evolved over the years? It's obviously gotten massive. So how has it evolved over
I
the
think
years?
it's evolved a lot. When we did the first Wacken Metal Battle from India, India was the 27th country to be a part of the metal battle,
27th.
and every year we give 31 slots. And as we speak, we are present in over 102 countries. And it's grown organically. We have over 54 partners which represent us in 102 countries. And I think metal battle is not a battle. I think it's about bringing people together from different parts of the world. If you're living, I think, in a shitty world right now, and metal battle is providing that platform for people to coming together. So
Yes.
even the bands, they come here to meet people, network. It's not about winning. It's not about that
Yeah.
5,000 euros. It's about being here. It's about meeting people, different promoters. It'd be great if we see more Indian bands do this, because the amount of press which is here, the amount of people from the industry. I mean, you are right now in the epicenter of heavy metal business. You move around someone from a label. You move around someone, a promoter from a different country. Networking is one of the most important tools for a successful band, and that's something that's something what the metal battle also provides. So if there is an Indian band, it's not about you don't become small if you're in a competition. It's never about that. It's about look at it as an opportunity to meet people, understand how the whole world works when it comes to live entertainment, right? So that's a shout out I would want to give to all Indian bands.
What would you give as an advice to the bands that don't make it? So
Well, ACDC said it's a long
yeah.
way to the top, rock and roll. So, you got to keep trying. I've been doing this now for close to 2 decades. I came here as a 19-year-old fan when I used to manage Cryptos, and was so inspired that I went back to India and started Bangalore Open Air. And Bangalore Open Air we're still doing it because we like the music, we like the fans. It's not a festival which makes us a lot of money, but we're still doing it for the passion.
Yeah.
We want to continue doing that, and that's the same with the bands. You got to keep doing. If you like something, you never know when it's
Yeah.
going to. Maybe tomorrow suddenly there's going to be 15,000, 20,000 people at Bangalore Open Air. Nobody knows. Yeah, I would always say never give up. It really pays off. My wish was to one day live and work for Wacken, and that happened after like 13 years. Kept
Amazing.
doing it, and there is always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Manifestation,
Yeah,
So what do you think Wacken gets right? So there are 85,000 people.
yeah.
Totally attendees.
Yeah.
So what do you think Wacken gets right and just
What
does
does
amazingly?
Wacken get right?
What does Wacken get right, and what we can learn in India from such massive events?
Wow, that's a good question. What does Wacken get right? I think it all comes down to when there is this thing that's when you keep multiple glasses
Yeah.
and you build, so the foundation has multiple teams. That's what's really important, right?
Yeah.
Your sales team, your merchandise team, your infra team, your
Production.
PR team, production.
F&B.
They have their own ecosystem, and all of that together makes it what the special festivals so special. So that's something to take back home, and that's what we've been trying to do with Bangalore Open Air as well.
Yeah, so this year's Bangalore Open Air, I think some amazing bands. So, which is your choice of, which is your favorite band to watch in Bangalore this year?
Well, it has to be Paradise Lost and
Paradise Lost?
Carcass. Big fan of PL. I remember watching Carcass last when they played in Mumbai. I'm quite happy to have them again this year.
Yeah. So I think BOA has survived. You have mentioned this publicly many times. It has survived through various, challenges, trends, and the whole pandemic situation. So, what is your motivation to keep it going? You already mentioned it briefly, but
Well, it's the fans. I think
yeah,
fans make the festival. And when I get to see so many passionate 3 to 4 thousand fans, that's what keeps us going. And of course, it's the music, right?
yeah,
We love heavy metal music. You need to feel it, right? And that's what keeps us going. And passion never dies. You
definitely.
know,
It's the most.
you need to be passionate about what you're doing. And if you aren't, if of course there is the business angle to it.
Yeah,
It is a business at the end of the day, whether you like it
correct.
or not. But you need to keep the flame
Burning.
burning,
Yeah,
and that's when you achieve new heights.
yeah. So if budget and logistics wasn't a concern, it's just a random question. Which band would you love to have at BOA?
Well, I would always do Iron Maiden. I think it's my
Yeah.
favorite band.
Yeah, it's your favorite.
It's no.
So,
Sometime.
Yeah,
hopefully,
and I will do it. I will do it.
I'm sure if anyone can, you will do it. So,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. So, I think you've seen the metal scene, especially the Indian one, for a really long time now. So, keeping in mind Bloody Wood and many other acts, so how do you see the Indian metal scene in 5, 7, 10 years? The trends.
It's very hard to say. If there was one band which got everything right, I think that's Bloodywood. They've been doing phenomenal. That's a perfect example of what Indian metal is. Indian folk
Yeah.
metal. I think that's something which nobody thought about doing, and they did it the right way. I'm proud to have an Indian band on a big stage like Hellfest or Download. It makes us feel proud. Nobody's done that before. It's a great feeling to what someone wants to see today is something different. We don't need another black metal band from Bangalore, or we don't need another death metal band. I mean, we have enough of that here. Can we see something different? Can we see a new refreshing sound? Can we and can I have something on my Spotify that I would probably go back to listen to it again? I'm not saying don't play that metal, don't play black metal, or just play what you like playing. But if you would want to know how in today's world where we are
Algorithm.
standing, it all comes down to something different, because there is so much of competition. 10,000 bands applied this year to play at Wacken Open Air, and out of 10,000 bands, only 31 made it. So, which means the competition is huge. It's just humongous. I was just talking to the guys from Chile who won the competition. We had 600 bands from Chile who applied to play at Wacken.
600.
I mean, 600 bands. It's smaller. It's probably half the size of South India, or is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's probably
It's
two
the culture.
states.
yeah. It's crazy. Sweden always had the highest numbers. 250 bands from Sweden. The Scandinavia region. These countries are smaller than Karnataka. So if you would really ask me, I would advise is by just do what you like doing, and if it works, it works. And what might work for one band might not always work for another band as well. So you got to be there at the right time, right moment. Networking is crucial. Of course, music also is crucial. And most important thing, bands need to understand that this is business, right? There are so many bands who say, hey, you know what, we want to tour Europe. Well, you got to understand that if a promoter wants to book a gig for you, he wants to make money out of you. And if you don't have a fan base, or if you've not, if your music, if you don't have a good digital presence, why is any promoter going to book you? He wants to make money off you. It's the same with record labels. I get so many requests from bands saying, can you help us get in touch with labels? Well, the funda is really simple. You have those big streaming numbers. The label needs to make money off you. How are they going to do that? And one of the ways they probably want to do that is they want you to go on tour, right? So when you go on tour, people visit your shows, buy your CDs, listen to your music. And how does that happen? Well, that happens if you're more popular. So you got to push those streaming numbers. You got to push your digital presence, and that's the most important thing in today's world. I know a lot of promoters. When I ask them, "Hey, have you checked out that band?" The first thing they go and check out how many followers you have on Instagram, which is I'm talking truth, and those numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, 100,000 followers, the band must be good. Okay, let's check out their Spotify. It's that's how the world is going today. And you have to go that way. I mean,
Trends.
you can't say I'm going to sit in my bedroom and this is the music I'm going to do and I'm going to expect shows. It's never going to work.
100%. So just a quick, small rapid fire round. So which is the first band that blew your mind at Wacken anytime?
First band which blew my mind at Wacken in terms of scale and production was Rammstein.
Rammstein.
Yeah, I mean it was like Diwali in Wacken. Like
I think they stopped doing festivals now. I think they're doing only
yeah, they're doing like
shows.
standalone gigs.
It's gotten too big
Yeah.
for them, I think. Yeah. So, is there any underrated Indian band that it's on that you've been checking out or want to share?
Underrated. This band called If Hope Dies from yeah, I think they're pretty good, and they have like it'd be great if they can be a part of the metal battle. That's what I tell bands, right? There's it. It doesn't make you small if you're part of a battle. All it does is gives you that experience which you'll never get. So
Yeah.
if you're watching, be a part of the metal battle next
Yeah.
year.
Which is one album, in your opinion, which every band should listen to and like own, should check out definitely?
I think you should do a homework of the holy trinity of heavy metal, which is Black Sabbath, Judas Priest, and Iron Maiden. And then, I mean, yeah, well, it's a difficult question to ask. I think if you actually go down that route, a lot of these bands were also influenced by blues,
Yeah.
right? So you just play music, what you feel is right.
Yeah. Which is one song which is not rock or metal, which you really enjoy at the moment?
Which is neither rock or metal.
You could, yeah. What got you vibing recently, which is not rock or metal?
I was listening to Amitabh Bachchan singing "O Saathi Re"
Oh,
on stage before giving that speech,
Yeah.
which was taken on, one cut.
that's
Yeah.
amazing.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I listen to Bollywood music as well. With
Yeah.
the old stuff. I think pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, that should be it. So, thank you so much, Salman.
Yeah,
and
pleasure to have you guys in Wacken, and I hope to see more Indian guys from the press at the holy ground. And yeah,
Great. Thank you so much for
Thanks.
making it happen, and
cheers.
thank you.